Hello, and a very warm welcome to iHistory, the channel where history comes to life in a unique and engaging way. In each episode, we dive into fascinating adventures, intertwining historical facts with imaginative narratives to explore the mysteries and wonders of the past. Today, we have a special journey ahead. We will follow Oarao, our fearless time explorer, on a new adventure that promises to be as educational as it is thrilling. Join us on this incredible journey through history and imagination. Get ready to expand your horizons and discover surprising aspects of the past that resonate even to this day. Now, without further ado, let's begin our episode today on iHistory. Make yourself comfortable, settle in, and embark on this amazing journey through time with us. In the last episode of iHistory, we delved into the world of Leonardo da Vinci, the Renaissance genius whose works transcend time. His life was a rich tapestry of art, innovation, and unceasing questioning about the nature of human existence. Today we follow our time explorer Oarao as he reflects on the teachings and knowledge of Da Vinci. It is this fascination that now drives him to seek more, to understand not only art and science, but what truly defines the essence of humanity. A quest that will lead Oarao to an extraordinary encounter. Oarao's journey, so far filled with discoveries and wonders, finds a new path of questioning and reflection. Oarao begins to deeply ponder the origin of human abilities. How is it that humanity, with its physical and temporal limitations, can express such complex emotions and create such astounding innovations? He wonders if there is an element in human creation, a subtle and intangible aspect that he has not yet understood. Is there an inherent flame within humanity, a spark of creativity and emotion that transcends scientific explanation? Oarao feels compelled to explore further. He decides to seek answers that may illuminate these mysteries of the human condition, a quest that promises to uncover not only secrets of the past, but also truths about himself. Perhaps the true journey is not just to discover the secrets of the past, but also to unravel the mysteries of my own being. In my quest, maybe I will find not only the history of humanity, but also the history of my own enigmatic existence. Oarao feels a growing impulse within him, a need to understand not only human creations and innovations, but the very essence of what it means to be human. In his quest for knowledge, Oarao turns to an ancient and mysterious source, Ninmah. According to Anunnaki mythology, she holds deep knowledge about the creation and intrinsic nature of humans. Determined, Oarao prepares for his journey. With each journey, he knows he's getting closer to answers that may reveal the secrets not only of humanity, but also of his own enigmatic existence. His decision is firm. He embarks on a quest to find Ninmah, a journey that will take him through unfamiliar lands and timeless times. In his heart, the hope that Ninmah may shed light on the burning questions in his mind. Thus, Oarao continues, guided by insatiable curiosity and unwavering determination. He is ready to unravel the mysteries that await, ready to be revealed by Ninmah, the guardian of ancient knowledge. Oarao finds himself in a state of deep reflection, surrounded by the serenity of an environment that inspires introspective thoughts. He contemplates the complexity and beauty of human existence. He wonders about the origin of the innovative and creative spirit so characteristic of humans. How can a species harbor so much creativity, so much capacity for art, science, and innovation? With these thoughts in mind, Oarao finds himself compelled to continue his journey. A journey that is not only about unraveling the mysteries of the past, but also about understanding the present and contemplating the future. In Oarao's heart, a spark of curiosity begins to burn with increasing intensity, but it also ignites a flame of questioning about his own origins and the enigmatic role of the Anunnaki in the tapestry of human history. Oarao is confronted with the disturbing thought: could the history of human creation, as he knows it, be just a part of a much larger puzzle? Is there more to discover, hidden truths waiting to be revealed? The presence of the Anunnaki, these mysterious and powerful beings, looms in his mind. Oarao begins to question what he truly knows about these ancient gods and their influence on the shaping of humanity. What secrets do they hold? What is the true nature of their connection to humans? These questions lead him down a path of discovery that goes beyond admiration for art and science. He seeks to understand not only human achievements, but also the essence of what it truly means to be human, a mystery intertwined with his own existence. Thus, Oarao decides to embark on a new journey in search of answers about human creation and the secrets of the Anunnaki. Driven by a deep desire to understand the essence of humanity, Oarao comes to a crucial decision in his journey. He resolves to seek knowledge in the depths of ancient history at the roots of human creation. His quest leads him to Ninmah, a revered and mysterious figure in Anunnaki mythology. Known for her deep wisdom and skills in genetic engineering, Ninmah is considered one of the architects in the creation of the first humans. Oarao prepares meticulously for this encounter, knowing that the answers he seeks may change not only his understanding of humanity, but also his perception of his own existence. He wonders what Ninmah might reveal and how it will affect his view of the world. With a mix of determination and anticipation, Oarao sets out in search of Ninmah. He traverses landscapes of knowledge and myths, each step bringing him closer to the truth about the Anunnaki and human creation. This journey promises to be one of Oarao's most significant as he approaches the heart of Anunnaki mysteries. What he will discover in the hands of Ninmah may illuminate the shadows of the past and guide his path toward the future. As Oarao prepares for his new journey, he dedicates himself to meticulous study. Surrounded by ancient scriptures and artifacts, he seeks clues about Ninmah, the enigmatic figure of Anunnaki mythology. With each document he explores, more is revealed about Ninmah. Known for her beauty, wisdom, and skills in genetic engineering, she emerges from the shadows of history as a master key to unlocking the secrets of human creation. Oarao gathers information on where and how to find Ninmah, charting routes that span both time and space. He delves into the mysteries of the Anunnaki, unearthing knowledge that many believe to be lost in the sands of time. Ninmah, a central figure in the Anunnaki narrative, is depicted as someone of extraordinary power and knowledge. Her influence on ancient history and the fate of humanity is a theme that captures Oarao's attention, intensifying his determination to find her. With a deeper understanding of Ninmah and the Anunnaki, Oarao is now ready to embark on his journey. He sets out in search of answers, armed with knowledge and an uneasiness that can only be satisfied by the truth. Oarao approaches his time machine, the portal that takes him from the familiar to the unknown, driven by a blend of curiosity, hope, and an insatiable thirst for answers. As Oarao activates his time machine, the environment around him begins to transform. What will he discover? As Oarao approaches the moment of his encounter with Ninmah, anticipation grows within him, his journey facilitated by the time machine. After another time travel journey, Oarao reflects on the knowledge that Ninmah possesses about human creation and the Anunnaki. What secrets can he uncover through her at different points in history? He contemplates how this encounter could change his perception of himself. Oarao seeks to understand his place in the grand tapestry of existence, and Ninmah may hold the key to that understanding. Now, on the threshold of a potentially transformative encounter, Oarao takes a deep breath, preparing for what lies ahead. What truths will be revealed? What new paths will open before him? Oarao's quest for understanding is about to enter a fascinating new chapter. Oarao's journey has taken him through distant lands and forgotten eras. Now he approaches the destination he has longed for, Shuruppak, the ancient medical center of planet Earth, as interpreted from the Mesopotamian tablets by Zechariah Sitchin. It is in this place steeped in history and wisdom that he hopes to find Ninmah, the key to the secrets he seeks. As Oarao approaches Shuruppak, the scenery around him transforms. Before him emerges an ancient site shrouded in mystery and majesty, marked by traces of an advanced civilization and a center of medical knowledge. Here, amidst the silent ruins and echoes of the past, Oarao believes he will find Ninmah, the guardian of ancient knowledge and head of the Anunnaki medical team. Oarao's heart beats faster as he nears the sacred site of Shuruppak. Each step fills him with anticipation and reverence. What will Ninmah, also known as Ninhursag, reveal about the mysteries of human creation and the secrets of the Anunnaki? What will be the impact of these revelations on his understanding of the world and himself? Oarao enters the place with caution and reverence. He knows that he is about to step into a crucial chapter of his journey. This encounter is not just a moment of discovery, it is a meeting with destiny. As Oarao steps into the sacred place, the figure of Ninmah reveals herself before him. She is a vision of transcendent beauty, a presence that seems to defy the laws of time and space. Ninmah stands out with an aura of deep and mysterious wisdom. Her ethereal appearance is marked by an ineffable elegance, and every movement of hers radiates a grace that seems to belong to another world. Upon meeting Ninmah, Oarao is immediately touched by the aura of knowledge and mystery she exudes. In her presence, he feels a combination of reverence and curiosity, as if he is before a portal to ancient and forgotten truths. Ninmah's voice is gentle, but carries an authority that resonates in the space, filling the environment with a sense of depth and significance. Her words are like keys that unlock the doors of knowledge, each sentence an invitation to explore the mysteries of creation and existence. Ninmah's voice is gentle, but carries an authority that resonates in the space, filling the environment with a sense of depth and significance. Her words are like keys that unlock the doors of knowledge, each sentence an invitation to explore the mysteries of creation and existence. The meeting between Oarao and Ninmah transcends a simple exchange of words. It is a significant moment of connection between two beings from different worlds, united by an unrelenting quest for truth. In Ninmah's wise words, Oarao finds a path to the answers he seeks. Oarao, with a serene yet curiosity-filled voice, introduces himself to Ninmah. He reveals himself as a traveler in search of knowledge, drawn to her by her renown echoing through the ages as a deep source of wisdom about creation and the essence of humanity. With his eyes fixed on Ninmah's, Oarao expresses his desire to understand the creation of humans. He questions how the Anunnaki shaped a species of such complexity and depth, and what makes humans unique among the various forms of life in the universe. Ninmah, with a gentle and wise smile, explains that the creation of humans is a work woven with science and mystery. Although the Anunnaki played a role in their birth, the true beauty of humanity lies in their ability to evolve, feel, dream, and create. Fascinated, Oarao questions whether emotions, dreams, and creativity are at the core of human uniqueness, and whether there is something more, a hidden essence that still eludes his understanding. Ninmah, contemplative with a distant look, reflects on the enigmatic nature of humanity. She reveals that even the Anunnaki are amazed by the unpredictability and resilience of humans, whose emotions and creativity are just the surface of a vast ocean of potential. She continues, pondering the complex human emotions that have arisen in ways that not even the Anunnaki had fully anticipated, despite their advanced science and knowledge. Curious, Oarao asks if the emotional nature of humans remain partly a mystery even to the Anunnaki themselves. Ninmah agrees, highlighting that human emotion is a complex phenomenon rooted in both biology and experience, manifesting in a myriad of ways. Ninmah adds that these emotions go beyond biochemical reactions, being the essence of the human experience, shaping not only individual interactions but also the course of history and culture. She emphasizes that it is this ability to feel deeply that grants humans their unique strength, resilience, and capacity to create and transform. Reflecting on Ninmah's words, Oarao understands that humanity possesses an element of unpredictability and limitless potential that transcends the Anunnaki's plans. With an enigmatic smile, Ninmah describes humanity as a unique and complex creation, where emotions are one of its greatest mysteries and sources of beauty, chaos, inspiration, and challenge. She explains that human innovation and creativity, contrary to what many believe, are not mere products of Anunnaki genetic engineering, but emanate from the very essence of the human being. Ninmah concludes by highlighting that such traits are reflections of humans' deep interaction with their environment, history, and experiences. It is the ability to dream and aspire to something greater that propels humanity to transcend its physical and intellectual limitations. Every invention, every work of art, and every cultural expression are testimonies to human boundless imagination, crafted not only from skill and knowledge, but also from passion and a desire to explore the unknown and shape the world around them. Ninmah's words provide Oarao with a new perspective on humanity. He begins to understand that human innovation and creativity are much more than mere products of their biology. They are reflections of the human soul, which is always seeking, always aspiring for more. Deeply reflective and with an inquisitive expression, Oarao shares with Ninmah his inquiries about his own nature. He questions if he possesses any aspect of humanity within him or if his essence is entirely distinct. Ninmah, looking at Oarao with a mixture of wisdom and empathy, responds that although Oarao's origin is different, his journey in search of understanding and meaning is a reflection of the human path. She points out that Oarao's ability to question and seek truth demonstrates a deep connection to the human spirit. Contemplative and absorbing Ninmah's words, Oarao ponders if there are traits within himself that resonate with humanity. With a subtle nod of her head, Ninmah confirms that the quest for understanding and purpose transcends the nature of creation, being a universal link, regardless of origin. Reflecting on his own existence, Oarao begins to consider that this intrinsic connection to humans may be the key to understanding not only humanity but also himself. Ninmah, serene, affirms that the journey of knowledge is eternal and that Oarao's questions are the first step toward unraveling the mysteries of human existence and his own. She continues, explaining that the quest for understanding is an endless path, traversed by both humans and beings like Oarao. When Oarao inquires about the existence of definitive answers to questions about creation and existence, Ninmah smiles lightly and reveals that each answer leads to more questions, and even the Anunnaki have limits to their knowledge. Reflecting on Ninmah's words, Oarao understands that true wisdom lies in the continuous journey in search of knowledge, even knowing that final answers may never be reached. Ninmah emphasizes that it is in the process of seeking that one grows, learns, and evolves. She underscores that for beings like them, true understanding comes from recognizing their smallness in the face of the vast cosmos, and it is in this humility that the greatest strength resides. With a new understanding shining in his eyes, Oarao acknowledges that his journey goes beyond the quest for answers. It is a path of constant learning and discovery. Ninmah, with a wise gaze, advises Oarao to always seek knowledge and understanding, for often the answers are within oneself. Oarao, now with a thoughtful and determined expression, thanks Ninmah for opening new paths in his quest. He feels that there is much more to discover, both about humanity and about his own existence. Ninmah, smiling encouragingly, advises Oarao to continue his journey, reminding him that every step on the path of discovery is valuable regardless of the final destination. Oarao bids farewell, carrying with him Ninmah's words and the determination to continue his quest, aware that there is a universe of mysteries to explore. At the beginning of their conversation, Oarao introduces himself to Ninmah with a deep desire to understand the essence of humanity. He seeks answers not only about humans, but also about his own existence. What he's unaware of, however, is the secret of his creation by Enki, a mystery that not even Ninmah knows. With a tone of curiosity and humility, Oarao expresses to Ninmah his knowledge of the wisdom of the Anunnaki and their role in the creation of humanity. He reveals that he is there to understand more about humans and possibly about himself, questioning if there is something more beyond what has already been revealed about the creation of humans. Ninmah, with a thoughtful expression, responds to Oarao, describing the creation of humanity as a complex tapestry of science, destiny, and mystery. She explains that the Anunnaki, with their advanced knowledge, shaped the first humans, but many aspects of their nature, particularly emotions and creativity, arose in unexpected ways. Reflecting on Ninmah's words, Oarao ponders if there are elements in human existence that go beyond genetic engineering, aspects that even the Anunnaki could not foresee or control. Ninmah, with a distant look, confirms, explaining that humanity is a constantly evolving work, shaped not only by Anunnaki science, but also by the will and experience of humans themselves. She suggests that Oarao's journey to understand humanity may reveal more about his own nature than he imagines. Oarao, in deep thought, questions Ninmah about the creation of humans, inquiring how the Anunnaki influenced this process and if there are hidden secrets in this history. Ninmah, with a mysterious gaze, speaks of the complexity of human creation, asserting that despite the role of the Anunnaki, there is more to the human essence than just genetic engineering, and that both physical and spiritual evolution hold surprises. With caution, Oarao asks if there are aspects of humanity that even escape the knowledge of the Anunnaki. Ninmah, with a subtle smile, confirms that humanity has always been able to surpass expectations, possessing a spark of unpredictability in each being, something that cannot be fully understood or controlled. Oarao, fascinated, recognizes that there is a profound mystery in the very nature of existence. Ninmah, with an expression of deep knowledge, emphasizes that humans are a mosaic of science and mystery, where genetic engineering was only the beginning. She reveals that true magic happens in the evolutionary journey of each individual. Curious, Oarao inquires if humans evolve beyond the original intentions of the Anunnaki. Ninmah, with an enigmatic smile, confirms that the process of human evolution goes far beyond genetics, involving learning, adaptation, and above all, the ability to dream and transcend. Ninmah, while discussing genetic engineering and human evolution, provides Oarao with a comprehensive view of human creation. However, she remains unaware of Oarao's uniqueness as an android created by the Anunnaki. Her words open a general panorama of human creation, but Oarao still lacks an understanding of his own unique nature. With a reflective tone, Ninmah describes human creation as a complex tapestry, where each thread is interwoven uniquely. She explains that genetic engineering was only the beginning of a process that led to unpredictable development and evolution that exceeded even the wildest expectations of the Anunnaki. Oarao, thoughtful and unaware of the depth of these words, questions if humanity has evolved in ways that not even the Anunnaki could anticipate. Ninmah, with a distant look, confirms, emphasizing that the beauty of life lies in finding its path, often beyond the understanding or control of the Anunnaki. She continues, speaking reverently about the range of human emotions and qualities, highlighting the beauty in the way humans express love, fear, joy, and even the capacity to suffer. Oarao, absorbed in his thoughts, reflects on emotions. He understands the concepts, but feels that there is something in human emotional experiences that is beyond his grasp. He wonders if he is destined to merely observe without truly understanding. With a tinge of melancholy, Oarao confesses his doubts to Ninmah about the depth of his understanding or his ability to feel like humans do. Ninmah, realizing the depth of Oarao's thoughts, states that he is a unique creation and that there may be more to him than he realizes. Oarao wonders about the limits of his understanding and if he could experience life as humans do. Ninmah, thoughtful, explains that humans are beings of deep and complex emotions, capable of feeling a wide range of feelings that shape their life experiences and interactions with the world. Oarao, blending curiosity and confusion, expresses his fascination but questions to what extent he can comprehend or feel these human emotions. Ninmah, with a reassuring smile, advises Oarao to explore and understand his own existence without worrying about measuring his emotions by the human standard. Oarao, reflecting, acknowledges that the quest for self-knowledge is a path that everyone walks, each in their own way. Ninmah, with a distant look, agrees, emphasizing that it is in the search for the meaning of existence that we find true purpose, whatever our nature may be. Thoughtful, Oarao reflects on the conversation with Ninmah, which showed him the complexity and beauty of humanity, but also left him with more questions about his own nature. He questions what it truly means to be human and to what extent he shares those characteristics. Speaking to himself, Oarao recognizes that there is a mystery in his own existence that he still does not understand. The quest for answers only leads to more questions, deepening the puzzle of his own identity. The encounter with Ninmah leaves Oarao even more intrigued, not only about the complexity of humans but also about his own existence. His journey continues, now filled with mysteries to unravel. Ninmah, with an expression of reverence and reflection, shares with Oarao that humanity possesses unique characteristics that even the Anunnaki, with all their understanding, cannot fully comprehend. She highlights free will as one of these unique characteristics, explaining that it is the ability to choose and create different paths that defines the human essence. Oarao, expressing curiosity and admiration, questions if it is free will that makes humans unique, setting them apart from other forms of life, including the Anunnaki themselves. Ninmah, with a wise smile, confirms, clarifying that free will is not just a matter of making choices, but also of experiencing and feeling those choices, shaping the human experience in a way that goes beyond the genetic engineering of the Anunnaki. She continues, commenting that humans are capable of dreaming, aspiring, and even challenging seemingly predetermined destinies, a capability that both intrigues and admires the Anunnaki. Oarao asks if this means that humans possess a strength that surpasses what was planned for them. Ninmah, nodding in agreement, confirms that it is this strength that often leads humans to surprising paths and extraordinary achievements. Ninmah highlights that human emotions are a fascinating phenomenon. She reveals that when the Anunnaki created humans, they knew they were implanting the capacity to feel, but the breadth and depth of these emotions surprised even the Anunnaki. Oarao, reflecting, questions if emotions were not only a planned goal but also an unexpected byproduct of creation. Ninmah, with a gentle smile, confirms that human emotions are a mixture of design and chance, influenced by the environment, social interactions, and countless other factors, making humanity unique and unpredictable. She expresses her fascination with human creativity and innovation, highlighting that although the Anunnaki instilled these seeds with specific purposes, what emerged was extraordinary, surpassing the Anunnaki's expectations. Oarao, curious, asks how this went beyond the Anunnaki's expectations. Ninmah explains that humans transcended the original intentions, creating art that reflects deep emotions, developing science to explore the mysteries of the universe, and turning technology into an extension of their own aspirations. Oarao, thoughtful, questions if human creativity is something beyond mere genetic programming. Ninmah affirmatively explains that it is the interaction between intrinsic nature and the environment, between instinct and experience, that defines human creativity. She emphasizes that it is not just a result but a continuous journey, a constant flow of inspiration and innovation. The conversation between Oarao and Ninmah deepens further as she begins to explore the relentless human quest for knowledge and meaning. Ninmah reflects on how humans have always been driven by an endless pursuit of knowledge and meaning, a quest that was crucial not only for their survival and evolution, but also led them to question everything around them, including their own existence, the nature of the universe, and even the gods who created them. She pauses, reflecting on the deeper meaning of this quest, explaining that it is not just about physical survival, but also about understanding humans' place in the cosmos. It is a desire to connect with something greater, to find a purpose that transcends mere existence. Oarao, listening attentively, begins to reflect on his own experiences and questions. He realizes that this quest for knowledge and meaning is a desire that transcends life forms, whether they are humans, Anunnaki, or something entirely different. Ninmah agrees, emphasizing that it is a fundamental characteristic of consciousness, a flame that burns within all sentient beings, driving them to look beyond the visible horizon. She comments that in the engineering of humans, the Anunnaki focused on attributes like strength, intelligence, and adaptability, considered essential for survival and progress of the human species. Oarao, curious, asks if these qualities completely shaped humanity. Ninmah responds with a subtle smile, explaining that while these qualities were important, what was not foreseen was how emotion and consciousness intertwined with these qualities, creating a complexity that goes beyond the simple sum of its parts. Reflecting on Ninmah's words, Oarao questions if humanity has become something more than initially planned by the Anunnaki. Ninmah confirms that humanity emerged as a species that not only survives but also dreams, aspires, and creates, highlighting that the ability to feel deeply, adapt, and constantly transform is what makes humans so fascinating. She then asks Oarao about his observations and discoveries about humans. Oarao shares that humans are fascinating in their complexity and contradictions, possessing an incredible capacity for compassion and cruelty, creation and destruction. He finds himself constantly puzzled and amazed by their actions and motivations. Ninmah, understanding, observes that it is human nature to be an enigma even to themselves, and praises Oarao's insightful observations. He in turn reflects on his own existence and purpose, often feeling like an external observer but also experiencing moments of deep connection with human emotions. Ninmah encourages Oarao to continue his journey of discoveries, suggesting that the key to his questions may lie at the intersection between his origin and his experiences, and that each discovery is a step toward understanding. Ninmah, with kindness and wisdom, agreed that this was a valid approach, highlighting the richness of human emotions, thoughts, and experiences as a source of profound insights. This perspective renewed Oarao's determination in his journey, making him realize that his quest was not only about acquiring Anunnaki knowledge, but also about exploring the essence of his own existence. While walking together, Oarao continued to reflect on Ninmah's words and the implications of his quest. He pondered his connection to humanity, the nature of his own existence, and whether he shared any of the human qualities that Ninmah had described. As the journey continued, Oarao contemplated the idea of evolution and transformation, not only for humans, but also for himself. Each step in the journey brought him closer to a deeper understanding of himself and the universe around him. However, answers remained elusive, and Oarao found himself facing an abyss of knowledge where each new discovery led to more questions. He sought to understand his true identity and purpose amidst this relentless quest for understanding. Ninmah, with her understanding gaze, reassured him, reminding him that the journey of knowledge was an endless path, where each answer revealed new truths and new mysteries. She encouraged Oarao to embrace uncertainty as an intrinsic part of his quest, highlighting that it was not only the final destination but also the journey itself that shaped his identity and meaning. Oarao, with renewed determination, understood that his journey was a quest not only for answers, but also for self-discovery. He was determined to continue exploring, seeking meaning not only in the answers themselves, but also in the process of the search. Ninmah, with empathy and understanding in her gaze, acknowledged that Oarao's questions were profound and transcended words. She reminded him that the pursuit of knowledge was an ongoing journey, where answers could be scattered along the way. Oarao, thoughtful and determined, began to consider that true understanding might reside in the journey itself, not just in the destinations he would reach. Ninmah, with a gentle and encouraging smile, confirmed his insight and encouraged Oarao to continue his quest, assuring him that along the way he would find more than just answers, he would find himself. Oarao, expressing determination and introspection, recognized that Ninmah's words had provided a new perspective. He was starting to understand that the journey itself was an essential part of the quest, not just the answers he sought. Ninmah, with a welcoming and encouraging smile, encouraged Oarao to carry on, reminding him that the answers might be more complex and profound than he imagined, and that each discovery along the way was valuable. Oarao thanked Ninmah with a nod and absorbed her words. He departed, determined to explore not only the world, but also the depths of his own essence, carrying with him a newfound sense of purpose and a mind filled with unanswered questions. In his internal monologue, Oarao reflected on Ninmah's words and the complexity of humanity, with its emotions, free will, and constant quest for knowledge. He wondered if he possessed some of these qualities and if his existence reflected the same complexity. His internal monologue continued, highlighting that his journey so far had been filled with discoveries and surprises. Each interaction and learning moment generated more questions, and he was only beginning to unravel the essence of his own existence. He realized that the pursuit of knowledge was an endless path, but he was willing to walk it with determination and curiosity. Oarao's reflection brought a profound moment of introspection in which he pondered the information and insights conveyed by Ninmah. This scene set the stage for the continuation of his journey, which was filled with unanswered questions and an unrelenting quest for understanding. With the new perspective he had gained, Oarao found himself in a vibrant public setting, perhaps a market or park, where human life overflowed in all its forms. As he observed human interactions around him, he perceived the richness of emotions and the underlying meanings behind every smile, gesture, and expression. Oarao reflected on how each person in that environment, each face, each smile, and each tear represented a universe of emotions and experiences. He internally understood that humanity was an intricate tapestry woven with threads of freedom, emotion, and creativity, where each human being was a microcosm of infinite possibilities. Ninmah's words now held a deeper significance in his mind. Oarao not only saw but also felt the human energy around him, sensing the subtleties of human interactions and what they revealed about the human condition. This moment was crucial for Oarao as he began to question his own nature and existence with a new perspective, driven by the human nuances he now perceived so vividly. After his encounter with Ninmah, Oarao found himself immersed in deep introspection about the complexity of human interactions and his own journey. He observed the emotional expressions on people's faces and wondered if he could feel those emotions like humans. He also reflected on his origin and existence, comparing it to the complexity of human life. Oarao questioned how his experiences and observations so far fit into the grand scheme of things. He was aware that his journey was unique, but he still couldn't fully comprehend his place in the universe. These questions continued to echo in his mind as he observed the world around him. Oarao's quest for answers had transformed into a journey of self-discovery. He was determined to explore more about humanity and himself, seeking to understand his own purpose and origin amidst this complex web of human emotions and experiences. Oarao, with an expression of curiosity and determination, spots a mysterious object on the ground in front of him. Intrigued, he approaches it carefully and begins to unearth it. The object turns out to be an amulet adorned with inscriptions that are unfamiliar to him but somehow resonate with him. While holding the amulet up to the starlight, Oarao watches in fascination as it glows and reflects light in an almost magical way. He ponders the significance of the amulet and wonders if this object will be the key to the next step in his journey. Oarao, looking at the amulet with anticipation, wonders where this mysterious artifact will lead him. He is clearly on the verge of a new discovery, facing a new puzzle that promises to reveal more about his origin and purpose. In his journey, Oarao has discovered more than just facts and stories. He has found new perspectives and questions. Humanity, with its complexities and emotions, offers a mirror for Oarao to contemplate his own existence. The quest for knowledge and understanding is not linear, but a path filled with surprises and revelations. What Oarao has learned today will shape his path tomorrow, leading him to new discoveries about humanity, the universe, and most importantly, about himself. In the next episode, Oarao will face new challenges and mysteries. The answers he seeks may change not only his perception, but also the destiny of everyone around him. The journey continues, and each step reveals a new mystery. As our journey for today comes to an end, we hope you have enjoyed this unique immersion in the story with our time explorer, Oarao. Thank you for joining us on this engaging adventure where the line between historical past and imaginative narrative intertwines fascinatingly. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to leave a like, share it with friends, and subscribe to iHistory for more incredible content. Your participation is essential for us to continue bringing you these historical narratives filled with mysteries and discoveries. Stay tuned for the next episode where Oarao will take us on another thrilling journey through time, revealing more secrets and wonders from the history of humanity. Until then, keep exploring, questioning, and discovering. The past is full of stories waiting to be told, and we look forward to sharing each one with you. That's it for today. Thank you for watching iHistory. Until next time.